CPI numbers, interest rates, Jacksonville named one of the markets to watch for 2023. Hey, it's Mike Rolowitz, 904 Home Guide Team eXp Realty here in Jacksonville Beach. Little mixed bag market update, looking at interest rates, and also an interesting study from the National Association of Realtors that identified the top 10 markets to watch for 2023. And wouldn't you know it, Jacksonville is in the top 10 at number 8. So we're going to get to that. But first, going to break down our November market stats just dropped. Let's do a quick rundown here. We'll have some of the numbers here on the side. So looking at our median sales price, and again, we always focus on single family homes, Duval and St. Johns County, where our team does most of our business and transactions. Our median sales price up 7.1% from this time last year, $380,000, but a decline. We saw a little dip in sequential prices, so that median price was down about 4% from October. So that softening that we've been seeing, that buyer demand dropping out a little bit based on interest rates, the sellers are starting to feel that pain. We saw just over 1,000 closed sales. That was down 45% from this time last year when we were in that superheated market, and actually 27% down from October. So if you remember back, interest rates really hit that high point in the 7s, August, September timeframe. So that's going to affect the closings that we had in November and even going into December before they started to settle back down. And we'll have a little more on interest rates here momentarily. List price received, we're sitting at almost 97%. That's a decline as well. Only 12% closing over list price, so multiple offers not happening near as frequently. Every once in a while, a properly priced, really nice motivated seller property comes on and will get into multiple offers, but not the norm anymore like we were seeing over the past year. Our active inventory sitting right around 4,000 single family options. That's up 128% from this time last year, but only 2.1 from October. So really what we've seen, inventory went up and now it's leveling a little bit. Fewer listings are coming on. I think a lot of folks are waiting till the first of the year on the seller side. And I think a lot of buyers are also waiting to see what happens with interest rates. And again, we got great news on that this week. Our month supply of inventory, we're teetering just at about a balanced market, 3.9 months. So again, what that means, if no new homes were to come on the market at the current pace of sales, it would take about 4 months for all the inventory to be swallowed up by the market. So overall, not surprised based on what we've been seeing and what we've been saying for months now. Demand, really the gas pedal to demand is interest rates. And the historic climb that we talked about in our last video really was a gut punch to a lot of buyers. The great news we got this week is the CPI numbers, the Consumer Price Index, came in under expectations, 0.1% increase versus an expected 0.3%. Again, inflation is still a problem on the economy. The Fed still has a very close eye on it. As I'm recording this, I think the Fed is meeting, Federal Reserve is meeting, and they're going to put out their guidance. We're widely expecting anywhere from a 50 to 75 basis point move. But that CPI data did cause a little bit of a rally in the bond market. And I think there's a chance we could see interest rates, 30-year fixed mortgage rates within the next few weeks, possibly even the next few days, could start with a 5 again. They're in the low 6s right now. Great news for buyers. As inventory continues to rise, even better news for buyers. More choices for those buyers. So if you're one of those that had hit the pause button, waiting for interest rates to come back down, I think we're settling in to a real nice range right now. And there are still options for seller paid rate buy downs and those sort of incentives and concessions from sellers to get their properties sold, those that are motivated and have a strong why for selling. Overpriced listings are always going to sit no matter what market we're in. So one of the interesting reads that I took on this week is the National Association of Realtors put their projections out for 2023. Again, national data is so hard to dial down to the real local, but looking at trends, they're predicting for the national housing market basically flat for 2023 appreciation-wise. Transaction counts may tick up a little bit. A lot of this will be driven by interest rates, but one of the real interesting pieces is they looked at markets to watch in 2023 and beyond, looking at 10 criteria that are looking at housing affordability versus the national average, what percentage of renters can afford to buy a home in a given market, looking at job growth being stronger. One of the real interesting ones is that it looks at faster growth of information industry jobs than the national level. Jacksonville's been very fortunate to bring companies like PaySafe, to bring companies like Dun & Bradstreet, to already have Fidelity Information Systems, to already have a very strong fintech community. And we're becoming a real hub for that. And those are the jobs that drive higher priced homes, buyers that can afford more home, and our homes already look more affordable versus some of the markets those folks are coming to. Other things they're looking at, the percentage of information jobs versus other jobs in a local economy. Again, we're strong in that area. Obviously, migration patterns, very strong inflow market we continue to be. Healthcare, fintech, PGA Tour headquarter consolidation, these companies that are moving into town. Obviously, faster population growth factors into that. And actually, they look at growth of the active inventory and the fact that we're still got a good amount of building and a good amount of permits being pulled makes a market more desirable. It gives those buyers more choices. So only city in Florida that was on that list. The other ones were scattered around the Southeast and Texas and Arkansas. So I'm still super bullish on Jacksonville. I love living here. Our clients that have relocated here in recent years, very few complaints. Everyone seems to really love the lifestyle, the location, and the amenities and activities we all get to enjoy here in Northeast Florida. So hope this data was useful to you. As always, if you want to grab a coffee and do a deep dive on the data, I'm always up for that and love pulling information like this. We'll link this study in the comments as well as in the email below. And hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Thanks.